There is a major emotional shift happening in the collective energy around love and connection. Many people are no longer able to ignore what feels unclear, inconsistent, or emotionally unstable. What used to be tolerated is now becoming emotionally uncomfortable, and what used to be confusing is now being seen with more honesty. Across the collective, relationships are being revealed for what they truly are, not what people hoped they would become. This is not just heartbreak energy, it is clarity energy. People are starting to recognize patterns instead of potential. They are realizing that love without consistency is not security, and attention without emotional presence is not connection. There is a strong theme of emotional awakening happening, especially in those who have been avoidant or disconnected from their feelings. Many are suddenly finding themselves thinking about past connections, not always because they are meant to return, but because unfinished emotional lessons are rising to the surface. The heart is asking for completion, understanding, and truth. At the same time, those who have been over-giving, over-explaining, and over-investing are stepping into a new level of self-respect. The energy is shifting from chasing clarity to choosing clarity. Instead of asking, "What are we?" many are starting to ask, "Does this feel stable for me?" That shift is changing everything. In love specifically, 3 movements are showing up in the collective. First, revisiting energy. Some connections from the past may resurface emotionally or physically. When this happens, it will not feel like before. The illusion is thinning. What returns will either require honesty or it will dissolve completely. Second, emotional accountability rising. People who once avoided depth are starting to feel the weight of their emotional patterns. This is creating moments of reflection, silence, and internal reckoning. For some, this leads to growth. For others, it exposes what they are not ready to change. Third, new alignment connections. These are quieter, calmer, and more stable. They don't always arrive with intensity, but they bring peace. Conversations feel clear. Energy feels mutual. There is less guessing and more knowing. The overall message in the collective is simple but powerful. Love is being redefined, not by intensity, but by consistency. Not by potential, but by presence. Not by confusion, but by clarity. What drains your peace is not your alignment. What confuses your spirit is not your home. The collective is being asked to stop romanticizing inconsistency and start honoring emotional truth. As this shift continues, emotional clarity becomes magnetic. The more people release chaos-based attachment, the more they naturally align with steadier, more intentional connections. Nothing has to be forced. It is simply about becoming available to what is real. The energy is closing with one message. Love is reorganizing itself around truth. Some connections are ending, some are transforming, and some are finally arriving in their correct form. But everything is moving toward alignment. For more messages like this, please follow, like, and subscribe Safari's Horoscope.